Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. It is that time of the month. This month is November, and for November we have my top 5 favorite fragrances for November 2016. So, for those of you who haven't been following my favorites of the month, you could check those out in the description box down below. I will post a link to the past ones. But November, what does November deliver? Let's see. Let's begin with something fresh. And I know that November is usually a colder month, and so people tend to go towards warmer fragrances, but I use this one as a fresh and warm fragrance together. And what is that? I mean, it's usually in almost every month it's there. It's my Chanel No. 5 L'Eau. I mean, I have had it now, God, maybe a month and a half or two. It's almost like empty, half a bottle used up. I literally bathe in this stuff. Chanel No. 5 L'Eau, I have the 100 milliliter spray. So this is the fresher side of No. 5. And then in here, in this little pouch, which is a Maisons pouch, but I use it to protect this beauty here. Is it a lipstick? No, it's not a lipstick. It's Chanel No. 5, the Pure Parfum, 7.5 milliliter spray. You see, it's there. Also almost empty. This is the warmer side of Chanel No. 5. This is the Chanel No. 5 I use in the evening or also in the morning sometimes, but usually it's my evening scent. That's the warmer side of Chanel No. 5, and this is the fresher one. The dry down in this one, however, is super, super warm, woodsy, charming, delicious. The rose, you know, no other perfume house nails the rose as Chanel does. And the rose in Chanel No. 5 is just at the right point. It's not artificial. It doesn't smell wrong. It doesn't smell off. It's what I like to call a passive rose, because it's not all over you in your face and like telling you I'm a rose and you gotta smell it out that I'm a rose. And then like by doing so, usually roses tend to smell really fake in a way, or like bath soap or caramelly, cloyy, sticky, as would be the case for Louis Vuitton's Rose de Vin or whatever it's called. Anyway, the shade aside, nobody nails the delicacy of a passive rose that lets you kind of lures you in and lets you think that you're in control, but you're not. Chanel No. 5 is always in control, even though it lets you sometimes believe that you might be in control. Loving Chanel No. 5. Then moving on, this one, of course, is one of my favorites for autumn, one of my favorites in general, Sycamore. Not just because it reminds me of Twin Peaks and Underneath the Sycamore Tree, the song in the last, was it in the movie in the last episode? No, it's in the 29th episode. Of course, only Eau de Toilette. Now, I have smelled recently Sycamore in Eau de Parfum form. Oh my God, what a mess. I really have the feeling Chanel just went cheap on us, and instead of just making the Eau de Toilette cost €100 more, it would have been awful had they done that, but they do it with their bags, so whatever. Why not just do it with Eau de Toilettes? I would have preferred that, honestly, than paying $100 or euro or whatever more for, not approximately, for something that smells worse than Eau de Toilettes. Now, Eau de Toilettes did not smell bad, but what I want to say is, quality-wise, even though they call them Eau de Parfum and the concentration of blah, 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 essential oils or whatever, blah, 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 is higher, it doesn't work. It's a mess. On my skin, it goes, like, especially towards the mid notes and then towards the dry down. It just, there's no harmony. It doesn't go into that field of vetiver, of moss, humid moss in the forest, in the dry down like Eau de Toilette does. It literally becomes kind of metallic, creamy, but you don't know what it really is, and there's no wetness in it anymore. The edge is gone, and it kind of smells like it doesn't know where it belongs and what it wants to do. I mean, I'm gonna have to buy another bottle of Sycamore. Eau de Toilette if I hunt it down, and it should still be available till March 2017 in Eau de Toilette form. Chanel, if you're listening, bring back the Eau de Toilettes. I don't care if you, at this point if you make them cost more. Just bring them back. It's obvious that the quality is 1,000 times better. And talking about the better quality, 31 Rue Cambon. Ah, the love of it all. Now, of course, there will be a review coming. I can't say too much about it because I want to keep it for the review, but I mean, 31 Rue Cambon. Eau de Toilette. This I can say. The Eau de Parfum. Ugh. And that's all I can say. Ugh. But the Eau de Toilette, yes, it's... And some people I've heard, they've been complaining that Eau de Toilette recently has also kind of gone down in intensity, what have you. I don't agree. I don't know for what reason. This is one of those rare Chanel perfumes that I use sparingly, not because I don't want to use it all up, but because really a little bit of it goes a long way to me. Just today, I had in my I left in the bathroom a white T-shirt from 2 days ago, and I was about to wash it, and I smelled it. It was like, because why didn't I put it in the washing bin? But it was outside of the washing bin. I'm like, is this a fresh shirt or not? And I smelled it, and it didn't smell bad, but it smelled of 31 Rue Cambon, and it was like already standing there for a couple of 2 days, and that's how I. This is how Dacob poops rainbows. This is how I know I wore a T-shirt if it smells of perfume. Not of sweat, not of, I don't know, weird stuff, going to the gym or whatever, and then you're like, oh, okay, the shirt has been worn. No, if it smells of perfume, I wore it. Okay, so yeah, why do I even wash them then, you would ask? Anyway, and it smelled so fresh and edgy, even though it's been on the T-shirt for some time, and I was like, I got whiffs of it, I'm like, wow, oh my God, it's amazing. It is, as the description, in some instances, I don't know if it still is on the Chanel website, but they used to describe it as the haute couture, the high fashion fragrance, 31 Rue Cambon, where the ateliers are for the haute couture, and it really, really is that like that. It's elevated, it's beyond, and it's so warm and cold at the same time. So perfect for November. Moving on. This might come to you as a surprise, but I am using it only in the head notes from time to time when I feel like a douchebag myself. Sauvage Dior. If you haven't, you could check out my review in the description box down below of Sauvage by Christian Dior, the Eau de Toilette concentration, which lasts forever. Now, I have said in my review that the head note is what I love in this one, and then the rest is not really my cup of tea, so I try to spray it very far from a distance, and then I get the little cloud on me, and then that way I avoid too much of the dry down on me, because you see, if you spray it too close and you get a little puddle, with some fragrances it works wonders, with others it's a mess. With this one, to me, it's a mess, because if you do a little puddle thing, then you get even more of the dry down later on, like it really sticks to you. But if you do more of the atomizer kind of from a distance thing, then I get more of the head notes out of the perfume, and I avoid most of the dry down, which for this one, for me, is perfect. But why am I using it? Because I do love the head notes, and they're so very different from my Chanel's, that this fragrance is so different from the Chanel fragrances. It has something that's off. In a weird way, if you love sushi, you're going to eat your sushi, the rice with the fish on top, or just the sashimi or whatever, and the actual ginger is there not to kind of embellish the taste of the sushi, but originally it should be used kind of between two sushis, so that you clean your palate from the taste that you had prior in your mouth to the new sushi that you're going to eat. So in a way, Sauvage is the ginger to my Chanel's. my Chanel's being my sushi. So, or let's call them my sashimis, because I'm not a big fan of rice, but I'm a big fan of fish. So, Sauvage is my ginger to my Chanel's who are sashimis to me, because it kind of neutralizes them. And believe it or not, it doesn't neutralize them because I don't wear them at the same time. But if I were to wear, let's say, Sycamore today, you know, then I could kind of the next day wear a bit of Sauvage. And that way I cleanse my olfactory memory. I never do, but in a way, of Sycamore, so that if I would wear Sycamore, then on the third day, again, I would kind of tickle out more notes out of it. And that would be super, super fascinating to me, because it would enhance its experience in a way. Also, I think because Sauvage is so aggressive that it kind of attacks my whole sensorial or olfactive senses, so that it triggers something in me that makes me kind of forget the rest quicker. So I could then, the day after I use Sauvage, re-enjoy even more, or enforce even more, the pleasure of rediscovering, in a way, the loves of my life, which are the Chanel's. And number 5, no pun intended, it's not Chanel number 5, is the warmest of the Les Exclusives. I think, well, the warmest to me now. Number 22. Number 22 has made it into my November favorites. And number 22 is always a November favorite. Now, this sounds kind of awkward, but number 22. So November is the 11th month of the year, and it is basically 1 and 1, and 22 is 2 and 2. So in a way, it's like 1 and 1 plus 1 and 1 is 2. It's weird, but to me, kind of mathematically, it is what it is. So number 22 is my 5th. I love it. I adore it. The older the formulation, the better. I haven't tested the Eau de Parfum yet. I will be soon, but I'm afraid of it. I do love the Parfum. However, I do have the Parfum as well as the Eau de Toilette, and I use them both. I love them. So guys, thank you so much for watching. These are my top 5 for the month of November. If you did like this video, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what combination of perfumes you decide to wear for November, and I always say this, but no matter how people react to you once you do so, whatever, don't care about it. You're wearing them for yourself. Why? Because you never want to give up on love. So never give up on love, guys. Love you. See you soon. Bye.